Whitehouse's Fairfield, the defending champions. Whitehouse looking to snatch their third victory of the competition. 4.1 overs gone now, and Whitehouse losing their first wicket. They got 48 off the first 4 overs. Ebanks and Romain Morris, going hell for leather in the first 4 overs. Jeremy Merchant, the captain for Fairfield, coming on the start of the 5th over, getting the wicket of Ebanks with his first delivery. Remember last week in the quarterfinals, Fairfield, they bowled no spinners, 20 overs of fast and medium bowling, and they were under a little bit of pressure. Turned to the spinner, Jamie Merchant, who has ball in hand now, to get the breakthrough for the Fairfield team. Graham is a new batter as Merchant comes in, and Graham, he is watchful. Merchant just turning the ball into him and getting the inside edge. Here's Merchant again at the top of his mark. Comes in now to bowl to Graham. He's in and bowls to Graham, and again it's just spinning back in and he's punching it, and it's missed by the fielder. Awful misfield there by the fielder, and they come through for 3. The fielder had a golden opportunity. Had he picked that one up to get a run-out opportunity, you could just feel it coming, but missing, and they actually get 3 from that over, or 3 from that ball, and that pushes the score now to 51 for 1, and Romain Morris, he'll be on strike. So the third delivery of this over now. So we've had a wicket and then a triple. As Merchant sets his field, Romain Morris, he's going to be on strike. This is going to be interesting as Merchant comes up to bowl to Romain Morris, and Morris is just backing away and just cutting that one, and the fielder backward point cuts it off, and that results in a single. So the score now 52 for 1, with Graham back on strike, and Merchant has ball in hand, comes up to the wicket now to bowl to Graham, and Graham is forward and punching that one to the man at long off. Comes off a long off boundary now, and they come through for a single. The score is now 53 for 1. 4 delivers gone in over number 5. 2 to come. Romain Morris, he's going to be on strike. As Merchant, ball in hand, comes up to bowl to Morris, who's backing away again and cutting this one past the man at backward point. Waited on that one, Romain Morris, and that's going to be an SDC 4. Pushes the score now to 57 for 1. That's actually the end of the 5th over. Romain Morris did a wonderful job there. Just waited on it, and managed to beat the man there at backward point. Picked him up previously, but ensured that he played that as late as possible so he could beat the man there at backward point. So that's the end of the 5th over. And Whitehouse's, they're still going well. They're in 57 for 1. Romain Morris is on the crease, as well as Kevon Graham. Graham will be on strike at the start of this, the 6th over, the 6th and final over of the power play. Again, reminding you that we are at the Ultimate Oval. It's a wonderful morning so far. Bright sunny conditions with a cool breeze just coming from the direction of Ocherius and blowing through a tent, keeping us cool. So Bran is going to be coming in for his 2nd over as he comes in now and bowls him. He's bowled him. Graham is gone. That one just coming back in and nipping the off stump of Graham, And the second wicket has gone. It's now 57 for 2. Good bowling there from Brian. That one a little bit fuller than he's bowled so far this morning. And nipping back in at Graham. Graham driving outside of his off stump, missing, and Braham takes his wicket. That's Brian, sorry. So that's the second wicket down for 57, and we're in the 6th over. So Morris has played well so far, opening the innings for Whitehouse, but he's lost his second partner, lost the opening partner, Ebanks, and now the man that came at one down, Graham, he's gone. It's a wonderful batting pitch, by the way, folks. Took a look at it this morning. An absolute road. And no grasses, no devils, no nothing. It's a wonderful batting pitch. But the groundsmen did inform that there is something in it for the bowlers if they put their back in it. And Brand did just that to take the wicket of Graham. So Williams is the new batsman. Xavi Williams. If you remember, at the quarterfinal stage, he scored a half century and guided Whitehouses to the semi-finals. He's going to be key, this partnership, one would feel, between Romain Morris and Xavi Williams. So the score is now 57 for 2 with the second ball of the 6th over about to be bowled. Here's Brown, comes into bowl to Xavi Williams, first delivery. And it's just going down the leg side, that one. And that's a dot delivery. Brown has come back well here. Started bowling a little bit short, but he's pulled the length or pushed the length up a little bit, has Brand, and he has gotten the reward, a wicket, and that was followed by a dot ball. As Xavi Williams gets ready for his second, to face his second delivery. Brand is up to the crease now and bowls to Williams, and that's down the leg side, not signal wide. Looks as if it flicked the pad. So not signal wide by umpire Christopher Brand there. And Xavi Williams just standing at the crease, wondering what's going on. But it did flick. Look as if it flicked the pads. And that resulted in a dot ball and not a wide. As Brand, 3 deliveries so far, no runs in this over as he comes into bowl to Xavi Williams, and Xavi Williams is patting that one down to long on, and Zidane Gordon comes around and cuts it off, and that results in another dot delivery. So Brian has come back well so far. By my mark, that's 5 deliveries, no runs and a wicket. So an opportunity here for a wicket maiden for Brian, as he comes up to the wicket now and bowls to Williams, and Williams is beaten outside the off stump. There's an appeal for a wide, but not given by umpire, and that's actually the 5th delivery. So 5 deliveries now without a run being scored from the over. So the Fairfield team has come back well with the ball so far. They've gotten 2 wickets for 9 runs in 11 deliveries, as Brand, ball in hand, comes up to the wicket now and bowls to Williams, who is just playing that one down. And that's another dot delivery, and that's a confirmed wicket maiden for Brand. Over number 6 is now gone. 57 for 2 at the end of the 6th over. So Fairfield, led by Captain Jamie Merchant, has just pulled things back. In 2 overs, they've gotten 2 wickets for 9 runs. Last over, a wicket maiden to Bran.
For more information, call 876-99-HEART. That's 876-994-3278 or follow us on social media at Heart NSDA Trust.
So Merchant will continue. This is his second over, and he'll be bowling to Romain Morris, a Scorpion, Jamaica Scorpion player. So here is Merchant now, just setting his field, getting ready to bowl to Romain Morris. Here's Merchant, comes into Morris and strikes him on the pad, but that looks a little bit too high. Spinning into Morris there, beating the inside edge, hitting the pad. There's an appeal, but turned down, and they go through for the leg by. So it's now 58 for 2. And the power play is over, and we're into over number 7. Merchant is going to be bowling to Xavi Williams. So Xavi Williams will have the opportunity to get off the mark after facing 5 dot deliveries. Here's Merchant to Williams, and Williams just coming forward and just hitting that one down, and they run through for a quick single. Well done to Xavi Williams and Romain Morris pinching that quick single there. And Williams goes off the mark after 6 deliveries. The score is now 59 for 2. So Romain Morris will be back on strike now. Here's Merchant. Merchant into Romain Morris, and he's playing the sweep shot and missing, and hit outside the off stump, and no appeal. Just confirmed that Kenara Lewis, important and powerful Kenara Lewis, will not be playing for Whitehouses today, as Merchant comes in to bowl to Morris, who's backing away and just punching that one out to the man at cover, and they come through for 2. So 2 added to the score. It's now 61 for the loss of 2. So the run rate has been dragged back a little bit, but it's still 9.51 the run rate, as Merchant comes in to bowl to Morris again. He's fidgeting at the crease and driving that one through the covers and into the boundary for an SDC 4. What a lovely shot there from Romain Morris. Just coming forward and caressing that one to a wide long off and into the boundary for 4. The score is now 65 for 2. Here's Merchant again, coming in now to bowl to Morris, who's fidgeting at the crease and just slashing that one in the air over the man at backward point and into the boundary now for another SDC 4, and it's now 69 for the loss of 2. Romain Morris carrying the batting here for Whitehouses. He looks as if he's in destructive mood here, Romain Morris, and if he continues along the path that he's on right now, we can expect this White House team to post a useful total. So at the end of 7 overs, it's now 69 for the loss of 2. So they're almost scoring at 10 and over is White House. What a wonderful morning it is here in St. Anne. Oh my, the sun is out in all its brilliance. And luckily for us, unlike Chedwin Park, where it was sun, sun, and more sun, and we had no wind, we have a cooling breeze just blowing across or coming to position here and keeping us cool. As this is the eighth over, and it's going to be Xavier Williams on strike, who is just patting that one down into the backward point region, and that's another dot delivery. Xavier Williams has been bogged down now and really needs to get it going or needs to get off strike. His bowler is into him now and he's just punching that one off the back foot into the cover area, and another dot delivery from Xavier Williams. So Walters is the bowler here, comes up to the wicket now, and bowls to Williams, who's looking just to punch that one down the pitch, and that's another delivery. Xavier Williams just accumulating dot delivery after dot delivery. He needs to get going. So Walters comes into Xavier Williams and he's looking to turn that one off the hip, and no run is the result. And again, another dot delivery. Xavier needs to either manipulate the bowling here and pinch a single or hit out, as Walters is into Xavier Williams, and that one is tugged down to the man at long on, and they come through for a single. The score now 70 for 2. That's going to put a little bit of pressure now on Romain Morris, with Xavier Williams having soaked up so many deliveries and only one run resulting. As Romain Morris is going to be on strike now for the first time. He's going to be facing up to Walters. Here's Walters, final delivery to come. He's going to be bowling to Morris, who's driving that one down to long on, and he's gone. He's gone. Romain Morris has gone. It's now 70 for 3, and that may very well be the most significant thing that happens in this innings. Romain Morris was looking in fine fettle, in good touch, and just came down the track and drove that one from Walters right into the lap of the man at long on, who made absolutely no mistake. And at the end of 8 overs, it's now 70 for 2. I really felt that Xavier Williams was putting Morris under a little bit of pressure, just absorbing all those dot deliveries, not scoring, not rotating the strike, not trying to hit out, just absorbing dot deliveries, and it may have resulted in that rather rash shot from Romain Morris, which ultimately resulted in his downfall. It's now 70 for 3 at the end of the 8th over. So Mackenzie is going to be the new bowler, and he's going to be bowling to Xavier Williams, Here's Mackenzie sets off on his run now up to the wicket and bowls to Williams. Short rising delivery and just patted back down on the pitch by Williams and another delivery by Xavier Williams. He has to do something now, Xavier Williams. Either get off the strike or hit out or get out. He's just absorbing deliveries without scoring. As Mackenzie is up to the wicket now and bowls to Williams, and Williams is flicking that one off the hip, and that's going to go down to the boundary for an SDC 4. And that pushes the score now to 74 for the loss of 3. Xavier Williams just coming inside of the line of that one, knowing that there was a short fine leg, and once he got something on it, it would run away for 4. Just came inside of the line and did a very good job of just putting that one away. Once he got bat on it, there was no doubt that that would have gone for an SDC 4. So here's Mackenzie again with ball in hand. Here's Mackenzie. Another short rising delivery, and Williams just patting that one down into the offside, and they set through for a single. It's now 75 for 3. So Spencer is the new batsman, Mackenzie is the bowler, and that one's a little bit fuller from Mackenzie, and just plays it out into the leg side, and that goes to 76 for 3. 76 for 3 in the ninth over. As Mackenzie, ball in hand, sets off the ball to Williams, up to the wicket and bowls to Williams. And that one's just back of a length, and he just squeezed that one out to backward point, and they get through for a single. It's now 77 for 3. So Fairfield, they would have won the toss this morning and chosen to bowl. Whitehouse has got off to a very good start, 48 from the first 4 overs. Morris and the Banks going well. And then Merchant came in, dismissed the Banks, and the scoring rate has been pulled back ever since. As Mackenzie comes into bowl to Spencer, full of delivery, and Spencer is driving at that one and missing it outside the off stump, and that goes through for a dot delivery. As that's the end of over number 9. It's now 77 for the loss of 3. So at the end of over number 9, Whitehouse, they're 77 for 3. So Williams is back on strike and soaks up yet another dot delivery. Made a half century in the last game, but he's not gotten into the groove so far. So here is bowler again, bowling to Xavier Williams, and he's just turning that one around the corner for one, and he comes through for the second. Good running there. Xavier Williams did that in the quarterfinals, and he's now doing it in the semifinals. Just quick running between the wicket, ever aware of the run. As Walters is the bowler, Xavier Williams is the batter, and the score is now 79 for 3. So it's now 79 for 3 as Walters into bowl to Williams, and Williams is just pulling that one into the mid wicket area, and that's going to be a 1. It's now 80 for 3. So it's now 80 for 3. So here's Walters getting ready to bowl to Spencer's. He's up to the wicket now, Walters, and bowls to Spencer's. Swinging that one high, hard, and over the man at long on for a Ray and Nephew 6. And that pushes the score now to 86 for 3. That's the first Ray and Nephew 6 of the day. And what a time to get it. Ray and Nephew 6 in over number 10, 86 for 3 is Whitehouse. A reminder, Kenai Lewis, the powerful hitter, Kenai Lewis, he's not going to be available for today's semifinals, and that would be a big blow to Whitehouse's, but they are trying as best as possible here. I said 180 is par on this wonderful batting pitch, and I'm going to remain with that analysis.
Fairfield and Whitehouse. They played last year in the semifinals where Fairfield blew Whitehouse away for 98 runs. But now they're on top of things so far.
Here is Xavier Williams facing up, and that's hit by Xavier Williams to the man at wide long on, and they come through for 2. It's now 88 for 3. So Thomas is a new bowler. So Thomas is going to be bowling to Xavier Williams. Thomas is up to the wicket now and bowls to Williams, who's driving through cover. Look at that one into the boundary for an SDC 4. Xavier Williams just coming onto the front foot and just caressing that one into the cover boundary. What a shot from Xavier Williams there. He's not gotten off to a flying start, but he's dangerous, this batsman. It's now 92 for 3 as Xavier Williams is driving again and missing outside the off stump. Good ball that from Thomas. Good response. Just drifting away from Xavier Williams. Couldn't manage to get any bat on that one. As Thomas contemplates his next delivery. Turns now and is up to the wicket now. And bowls to Xavier Williams, was hitting that one back to Thomas, and that's another dot delivery. Score remains at 92 for 3.
The current run rate now is 8.63. 7 extras from the ball.
So it's now 92 for the loss of 3.
Over it is 2 dot dot. 6 runs from it so far.
So we're into the 11th over as Thomas comes up to the wicket now and bowls to Xavier Williams, who's hitting that one high hard. And is he gone? Yes, he is. Oh my word, right at the long off position. The previous shot, or couple balls previous, Xavier Williams played almost an identical shot, but kept it on the ground and hit it a little bit more square, and it went into the boundary. This delivery, he reached out a little bit more as it was a little bit shorter and hit it in the air. That could have been accredited for the fact that the Fairfield team put a man right at the short cover position, and Williams hitting it a little bit straighter, and as I said, in the air, picked out the man at long off, and he goes. The score is now 92 for 4, and Whitehouse, they are in a little bit of bother now, and I think this is Tomlinson who has walked out. I'll confirm that in a second. Spencer is still there. He's going to be at the non-strikers end, but Thomas has picked up his first wicket, and this Fairfield bowling unit looking rampant now.
Donald Tomlinson, the new batter to the crease.
So Tomlinson is the new batter. Donald Tomlinson. He's a big hitter, and if he gets off, Whitehouse could be in for a big score as Thomas sets off on his run now up to the wicket and bowls his first delivery to Tomlinson, and it's bowled him. Oh my word, he's gone, and Thomas is going to be on a hat trick. Wonderful delivery, just leaving Tomlinson a little bit and just pinging that off stump, and he has to go. That's Tomlinson after one delivery. It's now 92 for 5, and Fairfield, they are rampant.
The score reads 92 for 5.
So first 4 overs went for 48 with Morris and the Banks going well, and now the team from Manchester has responded. They have got now 5 wickets for 44 runs, and things have really turned around here. 180, I said, was the par score. At one point it looked as if Whitehouse was going to go well above that par score, but no, it's not looking as if they'll get that opportunity.
The score reads 92 for 5. Darren Samuels, the new batter to the crease after losing the first wicket for 48, the second wicket for 57, third wicket for 70, the fourth wicket for 92, the fifth wicket for 92.
So Thomas is going to be the new batsman. Spencer is going to be on strike.
Well, it's not an easy road being in the SDC semi-finals, where teams battling to go to the finals for $1.5 million.
Short delivery there, and from Brian, and Spencer just trying to pull that one around the corner, but missing out. Tavi Spencer, and that's a dot delivery, and that's 1 for the over from Brian. So the score 92 for 5 as Brian sets off, And he's up to the wicket now and ball to Spencer. Another short rising delivery. And he's just patting that one back down the pitch to Brian. And that results in another dot delivery. So 2 dot deliveries to start the 12th over. It's now 92 for 5. As Brian comes up to the wicket now and bowls to Stavy Spencer. Another delivery right on the hip and an opportunity there for a run out. And Zidane Gordon had to back that one up or may have gone to the boundary for some overthrows. It's now 93 for 5. And Thomas is going to have his first opportunity to face. So Zidane Gordon has actually left the field. Looked to have hurt his hand from that return. Saved 4 runs, 4 overthrows, but may have done himself some damage. Brian as he leaves the field. As Brian comes into bowl to Tavi Spencer. Spencer is patting that one back down to Brian. It's been good bowling so far from the Fairfield team, I must admit. After that first 4 overs where they were put to the sword, they have come back well and have really started, well, they have restricted the Whitehouse batsmen, who are again without Kenara Lewis, as Brian is up to the wicket now and bowls to Tavi Spencer is hitting that one in the air, falls short of the man at long on, and they come through for a single. It's now 94 for 5 in over number 12. So Tavi Spencer, he's going to be on strike now. As Gordon Bryan comes in now to bowl to Tavi Spencer. Fuller delivery, hit high in the air and lands safe. And the man at long on comes around and they come through for a single. Pushes the score to 95 for 5 at the end of over number 12. So they're going at just below 8 and over, if my math is correct. They're just about 1 short of going at 8 and over. So, okay run rate, but they need to consolidate maybe for the next 3 overs or so and then go hard at the back end. As Thomas, he's going to be back and he's going to be bowling at Tavi Spencer, and he's going to be on a hat trick. After getting Williams and Tomlinson in consecutive deliveries, Thomas is going to be on strike. Here's Thomas into bowl to Tavi Spencer. The hat-trick delivery is just slashed away to the deep backward point boundary, and they come through for a single. So sedate hat-trick delivery there from Thomas, and it's now 96 for 5. It's actually Samuels who is at the crease. So Samuels is now on strike, and Thomas who has the ball in hand, as Thomas sets off on his way now up to the wicket and bowls to Samuels. Nice delivery right up to the batsman, and he can only hit that one out to the long off position, and they come through for a single 97 for 5. Remember last year they would have been bowled out for 98 right here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground by this same Fairfield team as Thomas comes up to the wicket to bowl to Tavi Spencer, slashing at that one and hitting it out to the deep backward point boundary, and they come through for a single, and they're now up to 98 for 5. So a 98 for 5. Whitehouse there in a bit of bother here. They need to consolidate while continuing to score runs. Samuels is going to be on strike. Thomas will be the bowler. Picked up two wickets, in consecutive deliveries at the end of his previous over. He's up to the wicket now and bowls to Samuels. Nice delivery, and Samuels is just slashing that one down to the third man position, and they come through for another single. Here's so Thomas is ready to bowl again, but Spencer not quite right. It's now 98 for 5, as there is a nice little crowd building here at the Ultimate Cricket Oval. Thomas sets off on his run up to the wicket now, and bowls to Spencer, is advancing down the pitch and can't find the gap, and they come for one. There's a fumble, and they come through for 2, and that brings up the 100. It's now 100 for 5. Sorry, that's 101 for 5 in the 13th over. So the 100 has finally come up. Took them about 4 overs to, or 4.5 overs to bring up the 50, and 9 overs to bring up 100. As Thomas, bowling hand, comes up to bowl to Spencer. Spencer slashing at that one and gets it down to the deep backward point area, and they get a single. And it's 102 for 5. So it's 102 for 5 at the end of 13. And at some point, Whitehouses, they will have to go. So again, the teams, Fairfield United from Manchester and Whitehouse from Westmoreland in this first semi-finals. The second semi-final will feature Junction Ballards Valley versus Links United. So the SDC National T20 Cricket Competition Grand Finals will be held on Sunday, August 25th at the Shedwin Park in St. Catherine. The cost for entry will be $1,000 for adults, and children under 12 will be free. The third place playoff will be on Saturday, August 24th at the Port Esquivel Oval in Hull Harbour. So I just want to recognize SDC for putting on this competition. Also want to say a big thank you to the sponsors, Quartz Ready Cash, Lasco Financial Services, Ray and Nephew, Hart NSTA Trust, and the NHT. So again, that's the Social Development Commission, Ministry of Labour, Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, Courts Ready Cash, National Housing Trust, Hart, NSTA Trust, Lasco Financial Services Limited, Ray and Nephew, Jamaica Cricket Association, and IRI FM, the sponsors of this competition. I want to say again, thank you for ensuring that this competition can be held this year. A reminder to those who are listening and will be at the cricket, SDC is not liable for any damage that may occur while you're at the ground, as this one from Samuels goes for one down to long on. So it's now 104 for 5. Gordon Ban has ball in hand, and Tavis Spencer will be on strike as Gordon is up to the wicket now and bowls to Spencer, is hitting that one out to the man on the boundary, and they come through for 2 after a fumble, and then it's over the keeper's end and they come through for the 3rd. So that pushes the score now to 107 for 5. As Samuels will be on strike now. They've done a good job, this Whitehouse team, of consolidating after losing that 5th wicket of Tomlinson. As Brown is up to the wicket and bowls to Samuels, who's just hitting that one down to the man at long off for a single. Forceful shot there from him, signaling some amount of intent. So it's now 108 for 5. We are in over number 14. Tavis Spencer on 17, and Adele Samuels is on 7. As Tavis Spencer gets ready to bowl, gets ready to face the bowler, Brad. It is very, very warm here in St. Anne, as Boran is up and short delivery, takes the edge and lands safely, and they come through for 1. It's now 109 for 5. Let's see the signal from the umpire. There is no signal. It did indeed take that edge. So 1 delivery to come in this over. This is a final over for Gordon Brand, and he'll be bowling to Samuels, Adele Samuels. Here's Brown. He's up to the wicket now and bowls to Samuels. Is hitting that high, hard. Is it going to go? Yes, it is. It goes for a Ray and Neville 6 over the man at long off. And that's going to push the score to 115 for 5. As I said, there was some amount of intent coming from Samuels. And at the end of that over, having signaled his intent, he launched that one right over the man at long off to push the score to 115 for 5 at the end of over number 14. So the scoring rate just now pushing above 8 and over, with 6 overs to come. 10 and over is going to take you to 175, which is just below par based on the pitch that I saw and the assessment of this pitch. Pretty good for batting. So 8.21 runs per over, as Thomas is the bowler. It's up to bowl to Tavis Spencer again, short, and Spencer is looking to pull that one. Look to have gotten some bat on it. It's gone to the fine leg boundary for an SDC 4, and it's now 119 for 5 as Whitehouse start to rev that engine up to see if they can get to that 180 score. So 27 from 19 this partnership so far. Whitehouse needed this. As Thomas, ball in hand, is up to the wicket now and balls to Spencer, who's hitting that one high, hard, and gone. That is a Ray and Nephew 6 and 10 from the first two deliveries. It's now 125 for 5. Whitehouse signal the intent and following through. They're powering their way now to what seems to be a big total. Tavi Spencer and Odell Samuels, the batters at the crease. Ricky Thomas under a lot of pressure now. First two deliveries going for 10 runs. Tavi Spencer's big, broad shoulders, powerful batsman. And here come Thomas into bowl to Tavi Spencer's trying to hit that one, but gets an inside edge, and that's going to be only one. So after the carnage of the last 4 deliveries, calm of a dot deliveries, and 11 so far from 3 deliveries from Thomas, and Odell Samuels will be on strike. Can he hit it as hard as Spencer? Here comes now Thomas to bowl to Spencer, and that's a dot delivery. So Thomas has come back well after being hit for 10 runs in the first 2 deliveries of this, the 15th over. A 1 and then a dot delivery. The score 126 for 5 in the 15th over. 2 deliveries to come as Thomas is up to the wicket and bowls to Samuels, who's just playing that one down to the man at long on, and they come through for a single. So it's now 127. 127 for the loss of 5. 12 of 5 deliveries. First 2 went for 10. Can Thomas close this out well, or is Tom Spencer going to deal a blow? He hits that one high in the air and it's gone. It's gone low to the ground, but the man at long off wasn't going to make any mistake, and Thomas, after being hit for a 6 and a 4 in the first 2 deliveries, has come back well and gotten the wicket of the very, very dangerous Tavi Spencer. The score is now 127 for 6 at the end of 15. The run rate just short of 8.5. Spencer was really starting to threaten to take this game away from Fairfield, but he's gone now, and Fairfield, they will have to come back from that. It seems as if every time, that's Whitehouse, they'll have to come back from that. It seems as if every time Whitehouse starts to develop a little bit of momentum, the Fairfield team strikes and takes a wicket. So Tavi Spencer, he's now gone. And Samuels will be the batter on strike. Let's see who the new bowler is. The score again, 127 for the loss of 6. This is going to be a crucial partnership. So Walters is back. He's bowled 2 overs, 1 for 10. As it's comes into bowl to Samuels. That's going to be interesting. If a keeper could have picked that one up, he couldn't. And they come through for a single. 128 for 6 in the 16th over. Scott is a new batsman. I think 180 would be par on this pitch. Fairfield has bowled well. And there have been a few rash shots from Whitehouse as Walters is up to bowl to Scott, facing his first delivery, and is just patting that one back down to Walters, the bowler. The loss of Tavi Spencer could be crucial as we enter the final 27 deliveries as Walters up to Scott. Scott is just hitting that one off the back foot to the man on the cover boundary, and they get through for a single. It's now 129 for 6. Odell Samuels is going to be back on strike as Walters, bowling in hand, comes in now to bowl to Samuels, who's just pushing that into the offside, and they come through for a quick single. 130 now for 6. So obviously the thinking here is that they just want to bat out the next maybe 2 or 3 overs and then launch at the back end of the innings and see how close they can get to that 180 score as Walters gets ready to bowl his final delivery of this. His third over is in, and he bowls to Scott, and Scott is playing it back to the bowler, and that's another dot delivery. So actually Walters has one more delivery to come. Here is Walters, bowls to Scott, quicker delivery, and he can only punch that one off the back foot, and that's a dot delivery. 130 for 6 at the end of 16. 130 for 6 at the end of 16, sorry. So only 3 runs coming from that, the 16th over. And the innings of Whitehouse has been stalled a little bit, a lot, well, since the loss of Tavi Spencer. As I said, Samuels and Spencer had built a good foundation from which Whitehouse could have launched, but then they lost that wicket of Tavi Spencer. Rash shot, in my opinion, from Spencer. Ended up costing him his wicket. As Thomas is back now, is going to be bowling to Samuels, who's slashing at that one outside the off stump and missing. And that adds to the dot deliveries. Here's Thomas again. Ball in hand. He comes up now to bowl to Odell Samuels. Samuels is just hitting that one into the offside. The man a short cover failed to stop that one, and then come through for 1. It's now 131 for 6. And power just does not seem to be there from Whitehouse. They don't seem to have a kind of batsman who can put it over the boundary, as Thomas is in to bowl to Scott, who's punching that one off the back foot, and it's going close to the boundary. Does it get into the boundary? Yes, it does. It's an SDC 4. It's now 135 for 6. Well played there from Scott, just punching that one off the back foot, and well timed as well. The fielders, all 3 of them converging and thought they had a chance at it, and just racing into the boundary. Good shot there from Scott. And here is Thomas coming in to bowl to Scott. No, Scott is looking to drive that one and misses out. Well, looks as if he got the inside edge. And that's a single to the score. So that pushes the score to 136 for the loss of 6 in the 17th over. Here's Odell Samuels now to face up to Thomas. Thomas is in, and Odell Samuels is just punching that one to the man at cover. And that's another single. 137 now for 6. And Scott is going to be on strike again. Can he repeat the stroke from earlier in the over? Thomas into Scott. And that's a good delivery from Thomas. Right up to the batsman, full. And Scott, who has been looking to push onto the front foot, was well beaten. You're wondering now if Thomas shouldn't go short, because Scott has been looking to get on that front foot, and Thomas really needs to push him back, as Thomas is up to the wicket now and bowls to Scott full on the leg side, and he's managed to trickle that one to fine leg for a SDC 4, and that's the second 4 of the over from Scott. And that pushes the total now to 141 for 6. And Whitehouse start to get momentum here. 3 more overs to come. I think Thomas is really missing a trick here. The Fairfield team is missing a trick here. Scott is looking to come onto that front foot. He's obviously a player that feels comfortable on that front foot. You have to take him out of that comfort zone. Maybe get one right under the armpits. Ask him to hook or pull and see how that goes, because he seems to be wanting all the time to come onto that front foot. And when a player does that, you have to ask him some questions about his back foot play. So this is going to be the 4th over from Walters. 1 for 13 so far from his 3, and he's in for his final over, bowling to Odell Samuels, who is punching that one down to long off, and they only get 1. Merchant quick onto that one and preventing the second, as the score moves to 142. So 142 for 6. Here's Scott now. He's going to be facing up to Walters, who was 1 for 14. And again, Scott is advancing on. Oh my word! What was that from the man on the ropes? That's a rare Navy 6. That is now 148 for the loss of 6. Almost like a keeper, just palmed it over the bar. One-handed, just palming it over the bar, over the ropes in this case. And the score is now 148 for 6, as Walters' bowling hand coming in to bowl to Scott, who's looking to get onto that front foot again, and he's banging it down the ground. Merchant stops that, and they come through for 2. The score now 150 for the loss of 6. And Scott has really put some impetus into this Whitehouse score, but he's looking to advance down the track all the time, as Walters is into Scott. Short delivery, and they come through for a single. And Whitehouse always looking to score. So the score 151. 151 for 6. 10 off the first 4. Walters is into bowl to Samuels, who's dragging that one down to Zidane Gordon. And 1 is the result. So it's now 11 off the over. His first 3 overs went for 13. 5 deliveries in this over from Walters has gone for 11. And it's 152 for 6. Can Walters close this out well? Or will Scott look to come on that front foot again and hit him out of the park? Here's Walters into Samuels down the leg side, and that's going to be a wide. Score now 153 for 6. Here's Walters again. In to bowl to Scott, who's advancing down and pumping that one high in the air, and Zidane Brown has overrun it, and it's gone into the boundary, and SDC 4. Wow, Zidane Brown, what was that? It dropped behind him and went into the boundary for an SDC 4. Had he stayed on the boundary, that would have fallen right into his lap. Wow. So it's now 158 for 6. And Whitehouse, not a mammoth total, but something they can bowl at. And they have 2 overs to go, 4 wickets in hand. They'll be looking to charge over the next 12 deliveries, get up to that 180 mark, and maybe even beyond 180. So Leslie is going to be bowling the 19th over. He's going to be bowling to Adele Samuels, and Samuels is hit that one down the ground and looking for the single, and dot delivery. So Leslie, the veteran, is going to be bowling to Samuels, Adele Samuels. Here's Leslie, sets off now, and that's wide, full and wide, but 2 wide there from Leslie, and 1 added to the total. There's long on, long off. A man on the point boundary, man at mid-wicket as well, short fine leg, as Leslie is off to bowl to to Samuels, and that's wide once more. I see what Leslie is trying to do here, but he's getting it wrong. He's just trying to keep the ball a little bit wide of Samuels, but he's getting it wrong in terms of his line. He's trying to go full and wide is Leslie. Here's Leslie in to bowl to Samuels. He's hit his mark this time as Leslie, and that has resulted in a dot delivery. So Leslie has gone full and wide now for 4 deliveries in a row. Samuels must figure out what's going on here as Leslie is into bowl to Samuels. That one full and into the batsman, and they come through for 1. So it's now 161 for 6 in the 19th over. 3 more deliveries in this over, and then the 20th over, as Leslie comes in now to bowl to Scott, and that's high on the bat. Is it going to be out? Yes, it is. Leslie has taken a wicket in the 19th over, and Scott has to walk back to the dressing room. It's now 161 for the loss of 7. Leslie has done well in this over, as I had a couple of dot deliveries, but the plan obviously full wide, and then a shorter delivery right at Scott as a surprise delivery. Scott looking to smash that one back over the bowler's head and taking the top edge, and in the end losing his wicket. Good job from Scott though. Came to the wicket and gave the innings of Whitehouse a little bit of impetus. But with 8 deliveries to come, they still seem short of what is a par score on this wicket, 180. Can they get another 19 runs from the next 8 deliveries is the question. Leslie has done a wonderful job so far. So 8 more deliveries to come in this innings. And Edmund is going to be the new batter as Leslie is into bowl to Edmund, and that's edging to the third man boundary. Zidane Gordon dives and he stops it. Well done there from Zidane Gordon, saving 2 runs. It's now 163 for 7. He's made up a little bit, Zidane Gordon, for that atrocious effort in the field. Now went for 4. He's had a full day in the field, Zidane Brown. As Leslie is in for his final delivery of the 19th over, and Edmund is hitting that back past him. Is it going to go into the boundary? No, it's not. It's picked up and they come through for 2. The score is now 165 for 7 at the end of the 19th over. 6 more deliveries to come. And the Whitehouse team, again, not a huge total, but they have managed to put a total on the board as the cricket fans stream in to the ultimate cricket ground. It's a nice little crowd building here in St. Anne. Lovely folks, lovely day of cricket.
Whitehouse, they're looking to build a big total. Where are the Whitehouse supporters? Where are the persons who said 180 is a winning total? Where are the 170 supporters? They are 165.
So at the start of the final over, 165 for 7. Samuels on strike, and Samuels is whipping that one off the legs, and they come through for 2. Zidane Gordon again doing the work in the outfield, and the score 167 for 7. Samuels 21 from 19. He has to get this cricket ball over the ropes. Has hit 1-6, no 4 so far. Here comes the bowler into bowl to Samuels, and he's looking to hit that one high over the bowler's head, but misses out, hits him on the body, and they come through for a single. And the score now 168 for 7. 4 more deliveries to come.
Can they find 12 more runs?
Edmund is going to be on strike now. And this delivery is hit high, hard. Is it going to go for 6? The fielder misses it and they come through for a second. The fielder there just lost that one in the sun. Didn't know where it was. The wind also swirling, and he didn't pick it up any at all. And they get now to 170. Is Whitehouse 170 for 7 with 3 more deliveries to come. Can they get another 10 deliveries? And that one short, taking the edge. And will they come through for a second? And the signal, leg by from the umpire. So leg by signal by the umpire. Looked as if it took the shoulder of the batsman. And they come through for a single. It's now 171 for 7. 2 deliveries to come. Can Odell Samuels pump this over the bowler's head? Marshall, and Samuels is hitting that hard, and the fielder comes in and takes that one. And Samuels is gone. That one hitting high on the bat, and the man at the mid-wicket coming around and taking a very good catch. And Samuels has to go. The score 171 now for 8 with 1 delivery to come in the 20th over. So I said 180 would be par on this pitch. Whitehouse 171 for 8 now with 1 delivery to come. So Blake is the new batsman, and that's short. Marshall is going to get it to the fine leg boundary for an SDC 4. And 175 for 8 at the end of 20 overs. 176 will be needed for victory for Fairfield. This is going to be a tight battle. You asked for an exciting semi-finals, and that is exactly what we're getting here in semi-final number 1 with Fairfield versus Whitehouse. This was a rematch that one wanted to see after Fairfield blew away Whitehouse's last year, and it's not going to be the case this year. It's going to be a battle down to the wire between Whitehouse and Fairfield. As we're at the end of the innings, we will go for a quick break and we'll be back with you in a minute or two.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash, ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
So welcome back to the Ultimate Oval again. I'm David Nugent, and we're here for the reply now of Fairfield to the 175 made by Whitehouse in the first innings. 176 required for victory. And I have a special guest with me today. His name is?
John Allen.
So John Allen is going to be with us on commentary today. What do you think about that score 175 from Whitehouse? Do you think it's enough?
Yes, definitely. 175 is already on the board. But I think with a good batting lineup from the Fairfield United team, I think they will be able to get it. Plenty over.
And this is going to be a good contest. 176 to get, I think, is a good score. Ooh, look at that delivery from Edmund. Just rising and leaving the batsman there. And that's going to be first delivery, dot delivery.
Yes, and that's a good delivery indeed. With the bowler coming from the far head here at the ultimate to the ground.
So Edmund is the bowler and Morgan the batsman.
On strike, Morgan. This time, uses. Can't get a single. And
So Edmund has started out well.
so good starting there by Edmond. He's running from the far end, and that's the requirement of his captain.
Ooh, nice delivery there. Keeper spilling it though. And
Very good delivery, but not collected cleanly by the wicket keeper.
yeah, Edmund seems to be generating good pace and bounce here. And troubling Morgan a little bit as they get their first run, a bye. And they're now one without loss.
Just a run on the board. It's an extra. Nevertheless, it is still counted.
So Javed Williams is going to be the new batsman. Didn't get off the mark in the quarterfinal match, but he's
David Williams, school boy from the Manchester L Cup team. That's Mayday. Very good bat. He's also the wicket keeper of the Fairfield team.
here's Edmund again to bowl to Williams. Nice shot there.
Runs it through to point, and they cross for a single. Pushes the total to 2 runs.
Welcome to the wicket. Nice short delivery there from Edmund. Morgan had no idea about that.
Yes, Morgan was no comparison to that delivery. So that's a dot delivery, and the score remains on 2, and we are in the first over.
Morgan playing that shot long after the delivery had passed. So again, it's 2 without loss.
Yes,
And we're in
And-
over number 1 as Edmund is into the wicket now and bowls to Morgan, short delivery and down the leg side. And,
And
that's going to be a wide
a
and
wide
another
call
run
by
to the
the
run.
umpire.
Yeah. It's now 3 without loss.
yes, and we are still in the first over.
So Edmund's job here is to get that early breakthrough and put Fairfield under a little bit of pressure. He's bowled well so far, gotten ahead of steam, worked up, bowling short of a length, and just asking the batsmen how good their pull and hook shots are.
Let's
As
see.
he sets off now. Edmund is up to the
Into
wicket and
Morgan.
bowls to Morgan. Fuller delivery and he's
Drive and
slashing
misses.
outside the off stump and misses.
Yes, and that's a good over offered by the Whitehouse team out of Westmoreland. So that's a good over. Just 3 runs being scored from that over.
Indeed, very good over. Quick over from Edmund. Generating good pace and varying the length as well. Stayed mostly on the shorter side of the wicket, but managed to get one up there.
And let's see the bowler coming, who will be coming from the road end here at Ultimate.
So Javid Williams will be facing at the start of the second over, and Spencer will be the bowler.
Okay, the
Spencer.
bowler. And Javid just dabs round the onside, and the cross for a single pushes the score to 4 runs.
So Tavi Spencer, the bowler. Morgan is going to be facing now the second delivery
of the second over.
Spencer, big, tall, powerful man. Did a decent job with the bat. Is looking to replicate that now with ball in hand.
And let's see what Morgan will offer for his team. He's the hard-hitting batsman, and if he gets going, then he can do the damage.
As Spencer is in, and that one is just
Cracked.
punched
Through the
expertly
cover.
off the
And
back
that's
foot
4
by
runs.
Morgan. Yeah, 4 runs.
And the score now moves on to 8.
So it's 8 without loss, and that's the first SDC 4 of the day.
Of this innings.
First SDC 4 of the innings, sorry.
Innings
Yes.
for the Fairfield. And if Morgan gets going, it could be danger for the Whitehouse team.
Here's Spencer again, ball in hand. He comes up now to bowl to Morgan. And again.
Runs on the offside, and will it go into the... Yes, it does. 4 more runs to Morgan.
And that's 4 more SDC runs. SDC 4 back-to-back 4s. Almost a replica of the previous shot, but a little bit straighter this one.
This time a little bit straighter.
So he's managed to hit 4s. Both sides of the field there at backward point has Morgan. First one a little bit square, and then the second one straighter. The results the same. 2 SDC 4s and 8 runs in 2 deliveries as the peanut man walks by.
So runs coming here in this second over here for the Fairfield team. On strike, Morgan. Spencer to Morgan.
Yeah, Spencer again. Oh,
This
short
time,
delivery
a little
wide.
bit wide, and umpire open his arms wide and signal a wide.
So that's going to push the score to 13 without loss.
Yes.
And here's Spencer into Morgan, just driving that one. And there's no run.
There's no runs. Neither Spencer nor Williams is interested of taking a single, which they should.
So Tavi Spencer, ball in hand. Morgan, the batsman. As Spencer is up to the wicket, and Boston Morgan is looking to drive that one.
This
and
time
got
running down
outer portion
into
of
the
batsman. And it
backward
comes
square,
to-
and the batsman crosses only for 2.
So the score now 15 with 15 without loss. Morgan has done well. 10 off this Spencer over as he's bowling now to Morgan. And that's a dot delivery. 2 overs gone. It's now 15 without loss. Scoring at 7.5 and over is Fairfield.
Yes, so at the end of the first over, it was just 3 runs, and the second over, they were able to make 12 runs from the second over, and at the end of the second over, the score reads 15 without loss.
And that 12 coming mostly from the bat of Morgan. 2 very good 4s. And a couple as well. And
so good going here by the Fairfield team. So Williams will take the strike.
yes. So Javid Williams will be on strike. And it looks as if Edmund will continue. The fast bowler who generated lots of pace in his first over. They've actually put a slip in. So a slip will be in, and they'll have a third man in there as well. A man at backward point. Cover. Deep backward square on the boundary. Trying to see where the set. Oh, there you go.
Yes. Edmond
So-
running away from the far end here, yes. This time gets a edge onto it, and the batsman goes for a single. So the score now moves on to 16.
So Morgan will be facing now, and Edmund will be the bowler.
So Edmond to continue from the far end. He'll be bowling to the right-handed Morgan. Yes, and that's a cheeky single, but the batsmen are through.
So the score now is 17 without loss. And they're looking to pick the singles here, wherever they're available. They're looking to just rotate the strike. If it's not bad ball, they're not forcing the issue, just looking to keep the scoring rate ticking over.
Yes.
That's Morgan and Williams.
And that's a good idea for the batters.
So young wicketkeeper Javid Williams, he'll be back on strike facing up
To
to
Edmond.
Edmund. Is Edmund into the wicket now and balls to Javid Williams.
High in the air. Can he take the catch? No. And the batsman goes for 2. Yes.
So the left hander just being tucked up there by a short delivery. Edmund continues to generate
The
decent pace.
Decent pace, right?
Yeah.
And
And
Williams
bounce.
was catch off guard. And just a bit of luck there for Williams.
Yeah, that one could have gone anywhere.
So
Luckily
the score
for
moves
him,
on to 19 it is now.
luckily for Javid Williams, that one fell into no man's land. Here's Edmund again as he sets off on his run up to the wicket and bowls to Javid Williams.
Plays more decently, more correct.
I think
And they
that
can't
was
get
a
a
shot he
single.
was trying to play in
Definitely.
the previous delivery, but
But he was sticked
rushed
up
him.
with a
Rushed
little
him.
bit of height there by the delivery, in the delivery. So this delivery plays it a little better. And let's see what Williams will do with this delivery to come from Edmond. This one lays high and hard. Can the fielder take the catch at long off? Can he? And it was
Oh
put
my
down.
word.
And the batsman crosses for 2.
They say catches win matches.
Definitely.
And Samuels putting that one down, putting Javid Williams down, is or
not-
may prove crucial.
Right, a little bit of life there for Williams.
That one was easy as easy can come, high in the air, and Odell Samuel settling on it and somehow manages to put it down as the fans on the sidelines berate Odell Samuels for that easy chance put down.
Runs in again, Edmond here from the far end to Williams. This time swings. Will it runs into the fence? No. And the batsman crosses for 2. So runs coming here for the Fairfield team.
So that pushes the score now to 23 without loss.
Definitely 23 runs is on the board. So at the end of the third over, the score reads Fairfield responding to 175. They will need to get 176. They are now 23 at the end of the third over without losing a wicket.
Which one of them camera we can get for interview? Which one I want to interview? This one? You can record while you had. Yeah. Some in the cricket still go on? No. Anything we record that way. Okay. Oh. So I have to go switch it up then. So I can't record it.
So Spencer will be bowling his second over.
And Morgan will be on strike.
So Spencer to Morgan this time. Drive and misses. Not collecting cleanly by the wicketkeeper.
Yeah, that one just leaving Morgan there. And Morgan not able to get to that one from Spencer. Here's
Yes,
Spencer again.
once more to Morgan. And Morgan just stop and a dead ball signaled there by the umpire. So Morgan get ready. Taps his bat. Ready to face the bowling of Spencer. This time. And 6 runs.
That's
So
Ray
6 runs
Neville
there
6.
for Morgan.
Ray Neville 6 for Morgan. The score moves now to 29 without loss. Fairfield going guns a-blazing, chasing 176 for victory.
So runs coming here for the Fairfield team. Runs coming here for Morgan.
So Spencer has to respond now. He's up to the wicket, Spencer. And he bowls to Morgan, who's hitting that one off the back foot and pass the man a backward point.
And will they get 2? Yes. They're going for the second. So runs here for Morgan. Runs for the Fairfield team.
So 31 without loss. Chasing 176 for victory.
And remember, we are in the 4th over.
Spencer being expensive so far as he's up to the wicket. And bowls to
This
Morgan,
time.
who's hitting that one.
Cracks
Oh!
high and goes through the hands of the fielder there at cover into the fence for 4.
And that's going to be an SDC 4. Pushes the score now to 35 without loss. We say catches win matches.
Definitely.
And Whitehouses do not seem intent on taking any catches
catch.
today.
So they will definitely give away the game. So good going here for the Fairfield opening pair. So the opening pair of Javid Williams, schooler from the Mayday Eye in Manchester, and Morgan represented the parish of Manchester, and there are now 35 runs.
Morgan missing out that.
Got delivered there.
Really missing out. So 35 without loss.
On
is
strike,
Fairfield.
Morgan this time. And it's taken. A soft catch there.
That
A
is
soft
a
catch there.
soft dismissal. Soft dismissal. So after having Morgan dropped at cover, Spencer decided to do the job himself. But you have to admit there, that was a soft dismissal from Morgan. Just failing to get over the ball and hitting it straight back at the bowler, Spencer, who took an easy catch. The score now 35-1. So a quick reminder, 176 needed for victory. And the score now 35-1.
Yes, Fairfield, they have lost their first wicket. They have lost Morgan with the score on 35. And that's a little bit of blow there for the Fairfield team, but because the fact that it's a soft dismissal, I think the Fairfield team or the management or the captain is not happy with that soft dismissal of his opening batsman, Morgan.
No, you can't be happy with that at all. A full delivery. All he had to do was extend the legs a little bit more, get right up to the pitch and get over it. Failed to do so. And as a result, ball went aerial and was an easy catch right into the midriff of Spencer, who was never going to put that one down. It looks as if the dangerous Zidane Brown is going to be the next batsman out. He had a bittersweet day in the field, was everywhere, tumbling all over the place and effecting good stops, but also had one where you thought he should have taken it on the boundary, went over his head and actually went into the boundary for an SDC 4. So mixed day for Morgan.
The bowler, Spence, he had to do the job for himself. He has to bowl and caught, and in order to secure a breakthrough for his team. So 35 it is for 1. So Morgan has gone back to the pavilion after making 22 runs.
So Javed Williams will be on strike once more, and Edmund.
So the new batter is Zidane Gordon.
That's Zidane Brown. Zidane Gordon, sorry, yes. Good shot there.
Will it goes
from
into
Williams
the fence?
And
yes, it does.
into
so
the
4 runs
boundary
there for Williams.
So that pushes the score to 39 for 1.
So bowler runs in and bowls too.
And
Will it runs into the fence? Yes, cut off, and only 2 runs for the batsman.
So the score now 41 for 1. So 41 for 1.
So runs coming here for Javed Williams. Runs coming here for the Fairfield team. Cricket, lovely cricket here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. And if you are coming to the Ultimate Cricket Ground, it's between Discover Bay and Runaway Bay. And Runaway. This time the bowler runs away from the far end. This time strokes. And the batsman cross for a single. And that's all they will get. So the score now moves on to 42 for 1.
Andre Blake is a bowler. A youngster who did a wonderful job in the quarterfinals. Picked up 3 wickets. And he's going to be crucial to the outcome of this match. Young fast bowler. It's Skiddy. He's not going to be bowling too short. If he does, it's not going to go too well for him.
Yes,
And
we are in the
Zidane
fifth
Gordon.
over, and the bowler, Andre Blake, running out from the far end there this time. Down the leg side, and the umpire signal wides, pushes the score to 43.
So Zidane Gordon is going to be on strike. Blake, ball in hand, comes in to bowl to Gordon. Gordon is watchful of that one and just playing it back to Blake.
Yes, and forward defensive stroke there by Gordon. Shows some respect to Blake, who is coming from the far end here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. And good bowling here by Blake. Fast medium. And let's see, runs away again. Passes umpire. Bowls to Zidane this time. The batsman crawling, cross for a single. And yes, they have got a single. And pushes the score to 44.
So 44 for 1 is Fairfield chasing 176 for victory. Zidane Gordon on strike, not Zidane Brown, Zidane Gordon on strike, or on the non-strikers end, and Javid Williams on strike. Those are the two batsmen at the crease. Andre Blake is the bowler. Again, took 3 wickets for Spit in the quarterfinals, and he can turn this game around as he sets off here. Andre Blake into bowl to Javid Williams. Beaten. Is it taking the edge? Yes, it has. It's gone.
Yes, and umpire
Javid
raises
Williams
his finger.
has to go.
And Zidane.
Javid Williams has gone.
Javid Williams is walking back to the pavilion.
So you talk about the commentator's curse. I just put it on Javid Williams, I must admit. I said Andre Blake, he can turn this game around. Skiddy fast bowler. And the very, very next delivery, Andre Blake got that one right up to Javid Williams. Left him a little bit. He tried to drive, took the outside edge. And the keeper making hay while the sunshine took that one. And it's now 44 for the loss of 2 wickets. Fairfield chasing 176 for victory.
Right. Williams might not get on top of that delivery. And the bowler has just found the edge and straight into the wicketkeeper hands. And sending back Javid Williams to the pavilion. So Fairfield, they have lost their second wicket. And just as I was about to say that the Fairfield will need to build a second wicket partnership, there goes the wicket of Javid Williams.
After 5 overs, it's 44 for 2. Fairfield United chasing 176 for victory. I told you this was going to be an exciting run chase. The current run rate, 8.4, and the required run rate, 8.2. So they're just about at the required run rate, having lost 2 wickets. So this is going to be tight, folks. I told you. It's going to be very good. So Spencer continues in over number 6.
So the new batter should be O'Shane Walters.
So Spencer's into ball to Walters. And keeper makes a hash of that, and Zidane Gordon thinks about a quick single, but he's sent back. No harm, no foul. So Walters gets ready now to face Spencer. Spencer is in, and Walters back and just punching that one off the back foot into the backward point fence, and that's an SDC 4. The score moves on now to 49 for 2. Sorry, folks. So 49 for 2 is Fairfield United chasing 176 for victory. Serious times indeed. So 49 for 2 is Fairfield. Shane Walters at the crease has dispatched his second delivery to the boundary. As Spencer comes into Walters now, and Walters is just flicking that one off the hips, and they settle for one. That brings up the 50 now. It's now 50 for 2. Fairfield chasing 176 for victory.
Yes, so we are in the 6th over here. And on strike is Zidane Gordon. He's on 2.
Here's Spencer now. Into Gordon, who's just hitting that one
right
through cover.
To the cover boundary. 4 runs. So 4 runs there for Zidane.
An SDC 4 from Zidane Gordon. The score now 54 for the loss of 2. Good shot there from Zidane Gordon, just coming onto the front foot and caressing that one to the cover boundary.
Right through the gap, all along the ground for 4.
Yeah. Did a wonderful job picking the gap there, Zidane Gordon.
So the Fairfield team will require a 3rd wicket partnership here. This time.
Oh,
He
look
dabs
at that
onto the
one.
onside. And it's running. Will it goes into the fence? The cross is for 1. The goes for 2. And that's all they will get.
So 56 for 2. Gordon just coming inside the line of that one and just flicking it off the pad to the fine leg area. And at the end of 6 overs, it's 56 for 2. And run rate just over 9 and over from Fairfield. So they're scoring runs, and they're scoring them rather quickly. But they've lost a couple of wickets, and they're 120 runs away from victory with 14 overs to come.
So 6 over has been completed. So to continue from the far end, it will be Andre Blake to continue his spell. Good strokes there from Shane Walters, and not interested for the single.
So Andre Blake, he's going to be crucial to the outcome of this match. If he can bowl as well as he bowled in the quarterfinals and as he bowled in that previous over, it's going to be an uphill task for Fairfield. But if Fairfield can get on top of Andre Blake, this might be over in a flash, as Andre Blake is up to the wicket now and bowls.
A good delivery there. Zidane plays it well. Wanted to get a single, but not interested by his counter part there, Shane Walters. So the score remains on 57 for 2.
partnership here. Current score reads of 57. Whitehouse, they started off well. They picked up 50. They picked up 57 runs from their power play.
This time Blake to Zidane runs on the onside and the goals for a single
Differences of wickets.
pushes the score to 58.
Traveling in the same boat here at Ultimate.
So Blake walking back to his mark. He now collected the ball. And O'Shane Walters, who is on strike, getting ready to face the bowling of Andre Blake. Very experienced batsman, O'Shane Walters, this time. Drive through third man. And yes, the fielder stops, and a single, that's all they will get. So the score moves on to 59. And we are in the 7th over.
This game is going to come up to the wire.
So love the cricket here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. So Fairfield responding to 176. This time Zidane taps and the batsman crosses for a single.
So Blake still managing to generate good pace. As Walters is going to be on strike now. As Blake is off. It's up to the wicket now, and Bolster Waters was driving back past Blake down to long on for 1 run. And he's done well in this over as Blake 5 off the over. No wicket in this is the second over, but he has managed to keep the batsman quiet as the score now 62 for the loss of 2. And that's the end of the 7th over. So both teams about on par in terms of wickets and runs. I believe the Whitehouse team was 64 for the loss of 2.
Yes, at the end of the 7th over, the score reads 61 for 2. And the 2 batsmen at the crease is Zidane Gordon and O'Shane Walters. They will need to build a partnership for the Fairfield team.
So Samuels just spinning that one away from Walters, who tries to dap that one down to third man and misses out, and taken by the wicket keeper. That's Samuels, Odell Samuels, and he's bowling to Walters now, just dabs that out in the offside, and they come through for a single. Score now 62 for the loss of 2.
So the bowler coming from the road end is Samuels. He's bowling to Zidane. This time lifts high and hard. That's a soft dismissal there. Soft dismissal there for Zidane Gordon. So the Fairfield has lost their 3rd wicket there.
So the 3rd wicket goes down now for Fairfield. They are now 62 for the loss of 3, and they are under a little bit of pressure now as the Whitehouse team looks to turn the screws and apply pressure on Fairfield.
Yes, 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 yes.
Leslie, the new
The,
batter
n-
to the
the
crease.
new batter is Leslie, left-handed,
Tell you, 3 wickets
hard-hitting
down
batsman,
already for
and
Fairfield.
is
They
also a medium
required
pace.
another
He uses the
114
ball well,
runs for victory.
and
They need
he will
a
need to do
partnership.
what he does best here for the
Leslie
Fairfield
get to
team.
shine last week at Trenton Park. Can this be the week for him? Watched him a couple months ago
So
after
at the
Randall
crease,
in the Caribbean
Leslie
Classic.
has joined O'Shane Walters,
Played the
two
first innings, picked up a half century.
experienced
Second
batsmen
innings,
here,
14
and they have done well for the Fairfield team in the past, and they will have to build a fourth wicket partnership here for the Fairfield team. This time, Samuels to Leslie strokes it on the offside. The batsman crossed for a single, and that's all they are interested of taking, just a single. So Samuels here to bowl to Walters this time. Can't get it off the square.
replay on the side screen. Takes some edge to dismissing their good catches. Some dismissed on.
So that's a dot delivery there.
Gone for 10.
So Samuels once more to Walters. This time drives on the offside, and one, that's all they will get.
They're going out 8 runs and no more. That's the end of over number 8. The score reads 64 for 3. Nice and easy on a Sunday afternoon. Talking about the love doctor in dial DJ.
So after 8 over completed here, the Fairfield responding to 175. They are 64 for 3.
Is needed from 72 deliveries. Record run rate climbs to 9.33 runs and over. They need a partnership.
Just a run there for
Needed now.
O'Shane.
Bowlers of Whitehouse, they're bowling exceptionally well. Line and length, only 4 extras given away so far.
Now you're from tickets, you're in the domino tournament now.
Songs of inspiration, Ozzy.
Indeed, Kimmy, it is.
Yes, yes, yes. 65 for 3.
Here with us.
And from the far end is the young schoolers from Black River. He'll be bowling to the left-handed Leslie. Hard-hitting Leslie. This time. There's the strokes, and they're crossed for a single. So Leslie showing some respect to the schoolers there. So 66-3. We are in the ninth over this time. The batsman crossed for a single. A leg by signal there by the umpire.
Scores moves up to 67-3. 109 runs needed from 60.
So good going there, good bowling there by the schoolers.
An over.
Leslie on strike. Drives on the offside, just a single. Not fielded cleanly.
The score reads 68-3. Whitehouse, they batted first. They made 175. For 8 from the batted 20 over.
This time on strike, Walters. This time plays forwardly and fielded by the fielder there at a shortish cover. So good going there by the schoolers from who attend the Black River High. On strike, O'Shane Walters. This time strokes on the onside, and they have crossed for a single, and O'Shane walks into to complete it into the crease to complete the single. So that's a good over there from the youngster. So 9 over has been completed, and it's water break.
Hold me like a pack of macaroni, Ozzy. Oh, yes, you did, Kim. Aha. The king of pop. Well, another 106 runs needed from 107 runs. Needed from 66 deliveries. Adele Samuels back in the attack. Open for that shot, spectator catch.
Yes, high and hard there. High and hard there by O'Shane Walters. O'Shane Walters has scored another 6 for the Fairfield team.
It's going to be a free hit. That's 7 runs. Good catch by Damien Price, the first man to win $6,000 courtesy of Ray and Nephew. It's a free hit. Can't do anything except for getting a run out. The score moves up to 76-3. We got the #1 engineer in the island.
Yes, 76 runs. This time
Oh, he goes away
into the fence for 4.
for SDC 4.
And that's another SDC 4. So 4 more runs to the Fairfield team.
Robinson from the over so far. They need 96 from 65.
This time, a single there on the offside into the gully region. So another single there for O'Shane Walters.
81 for 3. 95 runs needed from 64 deliveries now. It is Leslie who's on strike. Hard hit, destructive battle.
This time, Samuels to Leslie. High, hard. 1 bounce into the fence for 4. So 4 more runs, and that's a SDC 4. Pushes the score to 85 for 3. So Fairfield is building a 4th wicket partnership here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. And this is the first of 2 semi-finals. This time the crosses for 1 and the goes for another. Yes, 87 for 3. 2 more runs there for Leslie. So good going here for Leslie and O'Shane Walters. They need to build a 4th wicket partnership, which they are doing for the Fairfield team. Fairfield, they are from the Hills of Manchester. This time Samuels to Leslie and misses.
18 runs from the over so far. Very expensive. A 6, which is a no ball. A 4-1-4-2. We're dialing a number to Trinidad and Tobago for Renee.
This time Samuels to Leslie. strokes on the offside. The batsman goes for one. Are they interested in a second? No. And one, that's all they will get.
To end the over, which is the end of over number 10, the score reads 88 for 3.
Yes, after 10 over, Fairfield responding to 176. They are 88 for 3. So not a bad going here for the batting team.
In community development, contact your SDC parish office to get the support needed to start.
Early on, and I asked if 176 was enough, and I responded by saying 176 is already on the board. But knowing the Fairfield team, who displayed an all-round team of good batting and good bowling, 176 on a day like today, they'll go all out to get that 176, and which they are doing presently.
So 19 runs coming off the 10th over. Romain Morrison to the attack now.
Romain Morrison.
Two crucial overs for his team in the final stage. Leslie going well, 10 from 7.
Yes, a dot delivered there by Morrison. Misfield by the fielder at mid-on. And the batsman crosses for a single. So a run there to Leslie. And a runs to the total, making the total 89 to bring O'Shane Walters on strike. The informed O'Shane Walters. So Romain Morrison is running away from the far end here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. So on the field, the Whitehouse team, Romain Morrison this time runs it on the onside, and Walters goes for one. Will he take the second? No. Not interested there by O'Shane, and Leslie pushes the score to 90. This time, Morrison. And on the runs on the onside, and runs there to Leslie and the Fairfield team. That's a risky run there between O'Shane and Leslie. However, they have got the single. Dot delivered there to Leslie. So Morrison, the bowler, is bowling from the far end, and he'll be continuing running away there. Passes umpire, bowls to Leslie. This time runs on the onside. Can that there run out? And no, the batsman have crosses for a single. So yes, at the end of the 11th over, the score reads 93 for 3. So 93 it is for 3 at the end of the 11th over. So a dot delivered there. So Leslie can't get the ball off the square this time around. On strike, the left-handed Leslie, 93 for 3 this time. And a no ball signal. A no ball signal there by the umpire. So it's a free hit there. So Leslie, the left-handed batsman, on strike. And the batsman crosses only for a single. So just a single from the free hit there pushes the score to 95 for 3. So this brings the strike to the right-handed O'Shane Walters, who is striking the ball just over 100 runs. Strike rate, 100% strike rate this time. The bowler runs in, stop, and a dead ball cries by the umpire. A dead ball signal by the umpire. Walters taps his bat to face the bowler who is running from the road end here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. The bowler making some indication to the field there. The fielder coming from the backward point region. He calls him in, send him back. And there's just an adjustment there by the skipper, who is standing at a deepish mid-on this time. And O'Shane gets on top, only a single. Pushes the score to 96. So it's a left-right combination there at the crease. So Leslie, who should be getting some runs there for his team. This one, he swings high, hard, yes, and over the fence for 6 runs. So it's a Ren Neville 6. Leslie, the Fairfield left-handed bat, has lifted that high and hard over long on for 6. So this pushes the score to 102 for 3, and we are in the 12th over. Yes, Fairfield going good indeed. So we are still in the 12th over.
Just a cool reminder, just to let you know that the SDC will not be held responsible for any damage of your personal item or self.
That delivery was short, and The left-handed Leslie
So a change in the field.
do what he has to do for his team this time on the onside. Not interested for a single there.
But it should have been a dunk delivery.
And that's a dot delivery. Leslie not interested to run a single at this point. He's getting in form. O'Shane Walters at the non-strikers end is in form. This time the bowler runs in and stop. Dead ball signal there by the umpire. And the moment seems quiet. Here at the ultimate ground, on strike, Leslie. This time, this one, high. Can he take the catch? And yes, it does, over the fence. Over the fence for a Ren Neville 6. Another 6 there for Leslie. Pushes the score to 108 for 3.
We're going into Trinidad. Want to say welcome to our friends from Trinidad and Tobago, Fairfield. Ultimate, are you ready? Ultimate, are you ready? Let the Trinidad happen.
So at the end of the 12 over, the score is 108 for 3.
Shane Walters, 26 from 20, striking at 130. Leighton Leslie, 26 from 17, striking at 152. Is this the key partnership? Is this a partnership that steals this game?
This time, the Schoolers from Black River. This time,
Here's Morgan.
drives. Can't get it off the square there. O'Shane doesn't mind. Just rehearsing his strokes as the Schoolers collect the ball and walks back to his mark. So it's a 4th wicket partnership here between these two, Leslie and Walters. So the bowler there running away from the far end. He bowls to Walters. This time gets a good delivery and get back and plays it well. And not interested to take a single there. So good going there by the Schoolers as the crowd cheers on for the young schooler who attends the Black River High. Bowling very good. This time bowls to O'Shane. Down the leg side, swings, and will it runs into the fence? Yes, into the fence. So, by, and 4 there, and that's 4 by there.
SDC T20 community cricket competition. Yes, we have the quarterfinals last week. The semifinals are on this week. First semifinals.
So 4 buys there.
Defending champions
So pushing the total to 112. This time, Walters on strike. That's a good delivery as Walters leaves alone. So here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground, the Whitehouse team that won the toss and chooses to bat, they made 175. Fairfield requires 176. They are now in the 13th over. They are 112 for 3. At the crease, we have O'Shane Walters on strike. This time drives, and the batsman runs slowly, only interested in a single. So this pushes us the total to 113 for 3. On strike, the dangerous Leslie, left-handed Leslie. Runs it on the onside, and the batsman cuts for a single, only a single. That's a good over there from the youngster. So 42 more runs here, 42 more deliveries to be bowled, with the Fairfield needing 63 more runs. So at the end of the 13th over, Fairfield, they are 113 for 3. So they needing 63 more runs from 42 deliveries. Yes, there's some adjustment to the field there from the skipper of the Whitehouse team. And 7 more overs to be bowled. 63 more runs is needed from 42 legal deliveries. And these two batters at the crease, a left-right combination, they are building a decent partnership. And Leslie swings and misses, and the batsman crosses for a single. So by signal there by the umpire. So 114 runs is on the board. So the batsman crosses for a single to bring O'Shane Walters on strike.
So as it relates to your remittance services, can you share more about the different ways customers here in Jamaica can receive remittances?
Down the left side, and the umpire opening his arm wide and signal wide. So 2 more runs to the total. Pushes the score to 116. So 116 for 3, and we are in the 14th over. So good going here by the Fairfield team. They are responding strongly to the 175 made. This one cracks high, hard. And that's a rare Neville 6. That's a rare Neville 6 there. So 6 more runs to the Fairfield team. Pushes the score to 122. So 6 more runs to Leslie, 6 more runs to his team. So Fairfield replying strongly to 176 required. So both batsmen meet halfway the wicket and make a suggestion. So I'm not sure what they have said, but they probably decided to take it to the end. On strike, the Arditin Leslie, left-handed Leslie. This time, misses. That's a dot delivery. So Edman, who opened the attack from the far end, has now been replaced from the other end, from the road end here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. This time, swings. Yes, and after a miscue, it's just a fine edge on the bat to the onside, and they cross for a single. So another run there for Leslie. Pushes the score to 123.
That's what the ladies like to go. So I've heard that receivers can.
So on strike, the informed O'Shane Walters. This time, Edmond coming from the road end. Bowls to Walters. This time, drives. On the onside, the batsman cross for a single. And just that they will take. Pushes the score to 124. And we are in the 14th over. So Edmond to continue from the road end. On strike is the left-handed Leslie. The hard-hitting left-handed Leslie. Silence here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. If you drop a pin, you can hear it. Leslie lifts his bat and looks. He taps his bat now. This time, Edmond runs in. Bowl to Leslie. Drive. But well stopped there by the field at long off. And they cross for a single. So it's 126 for 3 at the end of the 14th over. As skipper Jamie Merchant should be happy with the two batsmen at the crease, Walters and Leslie. And just a drink there was taken to the two batsmen, and just to let them know that they should have this drink and carry on. So a bit of bother here for the Whitehouse team. Oh. So Morrison to continue from the far end. And high and hard, right into the third man boundary. It's a SDC 4. Yes, 4 more runs to Leslie. Runs coming here for the Fairfield team. Runs coming here for the Fairfield team. It's 130 runs on the board. 130 for 3. We are in the 15th over. That's just the first delivery from Morrison there. from his second spell. This time, Morrison runs in, bowls to Leslie, swings on the onside. The batsman cross for a single, uninterested in getting a single. So one more run to Leslie, pushes the score to 131. So the captain of the Fairfield team, Jamie Merchants, should be pleased the way his team is going at the moment. So you're hearing noise into the Fairfield camp right now. This time, strokes hard. Can they cut off? Yes, they can't. Right into the long on boundary for SDC 4. So 4 more runs to O'Shane Walters, 4 more runs to the Fairfield team. So the total moves on to 135 for 3. Runs coming here for the Fairfield. This is a huge partnership. It's a huge 4th wicket partnership here for the Fairfield team. This is a great moment here for the Fairfield team. A great moment here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. This time, Romain drives and the batsman goes for a single. That's all they will take.
So the score now moves to 136 for 3. And Fairfield, they seem to be on the charge right now. They need 40 more runs for victory. The defending champions from out of Manchester, they look good to go.
Well played, but can't get a single there by Leslie. As the fielder at Gully stopped to make sure that they doesn't get a single. So good feeling there by the fielder at Gully.
So Leslie, the big, strong former JDF man, he's going to be key to what happens here. So 15 overs gone, 5 more to come, and 40 runs to get. So that's a required run rate of 8 and over. Walters and Leslie looking comfortable at the crease.
Yes, comfortable indeed. And this seems with the building that huge partnership, they should easily get the required 40 runs that is needed.
Yeah, at this stage, 8 and over should be a cakewalk.
Yes, should be an easy get. Should be gettable at this point. So after 15 over, Fairfield replying to 176. They are 136 for 3, needing 40 runs from 30 legal deliveries. And with the huge partnership being built in here by O'Shane Walters and Leslie, there seems to be any bother in the camp. So things are going in the favor of the Manchester team, Fairfield.
So this is going to be a crucial over here from Andre Blake. If he can sneak a couple of wickets, then
they could have set back the
Fairfield team. But if Fairfield manages to get some quick runs, it could be all over by the shout.
Definitely.
Blake was the one that did the job for Whitehouse in the previous match, as this one is hit high over mid-wicket, and they come through for 1. And that's going to push the score to 137. So 137. So 39 required from 29 deliveries. And Leslie is going to be on strike. Andre Blake is going to be the bowler.
Thank you,
2021 and 2023.
So Leslie 40
On
from
strike.
27. 3 sixes, 2 fours. As Andre Blake sets off now. Is into ball to Leslie, who's forcing that one to the onside, and they come through for one. Blake, 2 deliveries, 2 singles, and the score moves to 138 for 3. 28, 38 to get from 28. As Blake, 4 more deliveries to come in this over. He needs to make the breakthrough here for Whitehouse, who are under a lot of pressure at this point. Blake sets off now. He's up to the wicket and bowls to Walters, who's driving
Shoot the extra cover
magnificently.
into the fence for SDC 4. So 4 more runs to the Fairfield team, pushes their total to 142.
So that's 142 for 3 after that magnificent drive by Walters into the cover boundary. Did move, he knew where that was going. So 6 off 3 as Blake is back into the wicket now to Walters, who's repeating the shot in the air this time though, and he's gone. Blake, Andre Blake has dismissed Shane Walters. Tried to repeat the shot. This one though from Blake, wider and moving away from the batsman, could not keep it under control. Ended up skying it to the man on the cover boundary, and he's now gone. The score moves now to 142 for 4. So the score 142 for 4 as Walters departs. You still believe that Fairfield is in control?
Definitely, they are still in control. They have 6 wickets in hand, 6 Fairfield wickets in hand, with just 34 more runs to get.
So 34 to get, and by my mark, 25 deliveries to come. Or is it 26? 25. The first 2 deliveries went for 1 and a 4, and then the wicket. So it's actually 26 deliveries. So 4 are gone in this, 2 to come, and then 4 overs. So there were 26 deliveries to come and 36 to get. So Jeremy Merchant, the captain for Fairfield, walks out. The big, burly right-hander. He can change this game quickly as well, or end this game quickly. Blake has 2 more deliveries to come. I said if he can get 2 or 3 wickets in this over, it might just change the complexion. He's gotten 1 so far. 2 more to come. Whitehouse is under pressure. They're ringing the changes. There's a 3rd man. Short, fine leg. As Blake sets off now to Merchant. Short delivery. And there's a shy at the stump. And missing. As a dot delivery seems to have taken the thigh pad of Jamie Merchant. So 1 more delivery to come in this over from Andre Blake. Merchant still on strike. You have to think that something has to happen here for Whitehouse as Blake bowls to Merchant, who's picking that one up and depositing it over the ropes for Ray Neville 6. Blake tried to force the issue there. Merchant was equal to the task And just picking that one up off the hip for a rare Navy 6 pushes the score to 148 for 4. So 28 runs to get from 24 deliveries, 7 and over required for Fairfield with Merchant and Leslie at the crease. Even though they've lost the wicket of Walters, it still looks as if it's well in the grasp of Fairfield.
Yes, definitely things looking solid and positive for the Fairfield team. Losing Ocean with Walters at a crucial time. Right now, Jamie Merchant has joined Leslie, and there seems to be no bother for the Fairfield team.
Here's a Scorpion wicketkeeper. Bowler for Whitehouse. Romain Morris comes in to bowl to Leslie, was forcing that one back over the bowler's head to the man at long on, and they only get one. It's 149 for 4. Leslie has been in a no-nonsense mood. It's 42 from 29 deliveries. Merchant, Jamie Merchant, he's going to be on strike. And Romain Morris will try to dismiss him. They need 27 from 23 deliveries. Fairly easy equation here for Fairfield. And Whitehouse will have to do something if they want to win, as Morris is up to the wicket now. And Bolster Merchant who's flashing at that one. Oh my word, just past the man.
Will it goes into the fence? No. And the batsman crosses for their goal.
There's a chance for a run out here. Is he gone? He's gone. That was a suicidal run. And Jamie Merchant has been run out. And the 5th wicket goes 151 for 5. An absolute suicidal run there, initiated by Leslie. No reason for you to do that. That was a gimme wicket. Would you agree? So that was Williams who threw from the boundary. I'm not sure who got the run out there. But Merchant is gone. Jamie Merchant has gone. Run out. He's been run out for 9. Absolutely suicide running there from Fairfield. I'm not sure what that was about. No reason for them to do that. So 25 needed now from 22 deliveries. So Gordon Bryan is the new batsman at the wicket. Leslie will be on strike. Romain Morris, ball in hand. So Morris into ball to Leslie down the leg side and signal wide by the umpire. And that means that only 24 is required from 22 deliveries. So the captain for Whitehouse, Romain Morris, has to do something now. Up to the wicket, Morris, and into Leslie. And Leslie steering that one to backward point, and no run is the result. No ball. Did not pick that one up, so it's a no ball. And that means one less run is required. 23, but a free hit is the more important point. And I can tell you, Leslie is going to go after this one. Not sure what happened there with Romain Morris. Shortened his run up a little bit. Was a little hesitant into the wicket and produced a no ball as he's up now to bowl to Leslie. He's into Leslie and Leslie's backing away, hitting that one hard. And right past the side screen.
So 6 more runs to the Fairfield team.
So that's a rare Neville 6. to Leslie. And now only 17 required. 21 deliveries. The voluptuous lady has started her warm-up and she's ready to bellow as Morris is into Leslie. And Leslie's looking to flick that one, but hit on the pad. There's an appeal and umpire turns it down. They scamper through for a single. It's now 16 required from 20 legal deliveries. It's 160 for 5. And Gordon Brand is going to get his first opportunity to have a look at the bowling of Morris. Here's Romaine Morris now, ball in hand. Runs up to the wicket and bowls to Brand, who's beaten outside the off stump, and that's a dot delivery. 19 deliveries to come, 19 legal deliveries to come, 16 runs to get. Fairfield looks as if they're ready to book their spot in the finals. Here's Morris again for the final delivery of his over into Brian, who's watching that one and just playing it down into the pitch. And keeper comes around and picks it up. Another dot delivery. 17 overs gone, 3 overs to come, 18 deliveries, 16 runs to get. And Fairfield from Manchester will be confident of getting those 16 runs. Just about 5.33 runs and over needed by Fairfield.
Yes, it all happened here. It all happened here at the Ultimate Cricket Ground. Fairfield seems to be on top. And they need another 16 runs from 18 legal deliveries. And at the crease is Leighton Leslie and Gordon Bryan.
And Edmund.
So it's 2 Army personnel at the crease. Should be able to take it home for the Fairfield United out of cool Manchester.
Edmund is going to be the bowler. Leslie will be on strike. And with 16 to get, it is not outside of the realms of possibility that Leslie will put the icing on the cake in this over. Here's Edmund. He's in now to bowl to Leslie. Leslie's hitting high in the air.
High. Over the top for a rare and Neville 6.
I said it. Leslie's not going to be playing around. He's going to want to finish it in this over. 10 runs to get, and that's his half century as well for Leighton Leslie. And Leslie's flashing outside the off stump there and beaten by Edmund as 10 runs required from 16 deliveries. Leslie is on 55. So here's Edmund into bowl to Leslie. It's down the track and wiping outside the off stump and beating. He definitely wants to finish it in this over. And it's going to be 10 from 15. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Leighton Leslie wants to wrap it up in this over. He doesn't want to be out in the sun for much longer. It's about 18 minutes to 2 now. And we're not going to get to 2 o'clock as Edmund is into the wicket now. Bosa Leslie was flicking that one high in the air, and it goes into the boundary for a Ray and Nephew 4. So
Yes,
That
another
me-
SDC 4 there for,
So that's
for
right,
Leslie.
an SDC 4. So that means the score pushes now to 170 for 5, 6 runs needed from 14 deliveries.
2,999 persons here with us.
6 runs needed. 2 deliveries to come in the 18th over as Edmund sets off. He's up to the wicket now and balls to Leslie, who's back and hitting it at high, hard. And
Another rare never 6.
that is it. That's the end
Another
of the
rare
match.
never 6.
So let Leslie finishes off on 65 not out. 6 Ray and Nephew 6s and 2 SDC 4s. Well done to the man, Leslie, and to Fairfield United. They're back into the final.
Yes, definitely, definitely indeed. This has been an awesome performance from the Fairfield team out of cool Manchester. They have a target of 156 to make, and the batsmen from the Fairfield team, they went out there and they did their job. And they've made the 176, 175, and 176 for the victory. And they have made 176 with 5 wickets in hand. This is an awesome performance from the Fairfield team out of cool Manchester. They are now into the final for August 25th at Shedwin Park. On the final, August 25th, try and be at Shedwin Park in St. Catherine. You'll be watching the Fairfield team up versus one of these winners who will be playing at 2 o'clock. And the 2 teams will be playing at 2 o'clock is Lynx from St. Anne's and Ballas Valley Junction from St. Elizabeth. So over to you onto the second semi-final.
So when I talk to you, it's going to be like this. Right? He's going to position you on the camera. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call the radio station, make sure I'm live on air, and then I'm going to come in.
right? We are ready today to serve you, and you can get a loan within 24 hours, up to $1.5 million to do anything you want in your life.
Yeah, I see your banners all over the place. Your banners are all over the place, all over the park. Um, so can you just tell us a little bit about what you guys do? I hear Courts Ready Cash, and I start thinking about furniture. I'm sure that's not what you guys are about.
No, but it's good for you to have asked, because what it means is that you're familiar with the Quartz brand. So Quartz is our sister company. So Quartz Ready Cash is really an offspill of that. What we realized is that persons wanted not just the furniture, right, on credit, but we realized that there were people that were saying, we don't just want furniture. We also want to achieve other goals and dreams in our lives outside of the furniture. So what we're doing is we're offering you hard, cold cash. So we're talking about anything else outside of the furniture that you go to courts for, you come to us for the cash to do. It could be car repairs, it could be house repairs, it could be back to school expenses. Whatever it is else that you want to do in your life, we'll give you the money for that.
So for the folks that were affected, like for example, in the
Burial.
Hurricane Beryl, they could get to you guys and
Definitely. As I tell you, they're collateral free, hassle free loans. Don't require any security. Once you come in, we have the conversation within any of our 48 locations across Jamaica. And even if you're here today, you can get a loan on spot. So once it is you apply and you have the correct documentation, then what we'll do is process that, and in 24 hours you can get the hard cold cash into either your bank account, or you can physically walk away from a cashier with that amount.
So I've been affected by Beryl. I want to watch some cricket to get my mind off of my whole stop blow off. I can come to the Ultimate Oval here and just start the process of getting a loan and walk away with the cash.
Definitely. So you may not be able to walk away with the
Okay.
cash today, because of course we didn't walk
But
with a
an
vault,
approval.
right? But an approval, which means that we can disperse it into your bank account, or if you need the cash, then you come into our branch on Monday. But most importantly, what we're doing here today is we have a domino tournament.
Okay.
So apart from us being here for the T20 cricket and celebrating and helping to develop the communities, we're also here saying that we're doing a domino tournament. If you want to win hard cold cash today, we're doing 2 sets of competitions, and you can win 15,000 Jamaican dollars today cash, as well as a pack of branded dominoes. All you have to do is find a partner. You are a part of those domino games, and then there are other smaller games that we have that you can win prizes and surprises and giveaways from Courts Ready Cash, to include more cash.
Okay, so I can pay a little bit of domino. So if I drag one of these guys with me, I can go and enter the tournament?
Definitely. So we're giving you multiple ways of getting cash today, and just for the rest of your life.
Okay, that sounds so fantastic. So here's a question now. I'm listening to you. I'm not near Ultimate, so I can't make it here today. How do I get in contact with Courts Ready Cash? How do I get to you
Easy.
guys?
So you said something before. You asked me about Courts Furniture Store, right?
Yeah.
So, big plug now. Almost anywhere you see a Courts Furniture Store, we're inside. Courts Ready Cash is inside.
Right.
We also have standalone locations right across the 14 parishes.
Okay.
We have 48 locations.
Yeah.
You can reach us there. If you don't want to go into a branch, there's
Yeah.
some people that since COVID we not like go out, right?
Yeah, man. That me
And
included.
we want to do everything online.
Yeah.
So if you visit www.courtsreadycash.com, you can actually apply for your loan online.
Really?
Upload your documents, complete the process online, and we disperse the funds. And if you just want some information, you can check our social media pages. So we talk about IG, Facebook. We're also on TikTok, so you can engage with us, so you'll know what is happening.
So for my listeners now, I get approved. How soon after an approval do I get the cash?
I just tell you.
Next
It
day.
depends on. So if you have all the documentation, same time, and we're able to review it, it's not a next day. It's a within 24 hours.
Wow.
So you get, unless you have some issues with the documentation, right?
So your documents straight 24.
24 hours, and it means, and it can even be faster, because if you're an existing customer, and your documents would have been in branch already, you're talking about an hour approval, I would say.
Yeah. It sounds like a wonderful venture. I know lots of Jamaicans starting small businesses, looking to do a little home improvement, looking to need a little cash and they don't want to do the big bank loan and go through all those process. Sounds like something for them though.
And the thing is, with some institutions, you have to carry. I always say your granny birth certificate or your grandfather death
And your
certificate.
DNA results.
But for us, no collateral, no guarantor,
Yeah.
and it's hassle-free. It's within 24 hours. You get up to $1.5 million. If you're an existing customer, you're looking at like an hour, maybe 2 hours max. And if you're not an existing customer, it will take you 24 hours. Or as long as you're taking the documentation, you can get it on spot.
So my final question now, because it sounds like something I want to do. What documentations do I need? They said TRN.
So ID, TRN, if you have a driver's license, you know you have both right there, right? Proof of income.
Yeah.
So proof of income doesn't mean salary slips. That is
No.
what get Jamaican people, right?
Yeah.
It means show us what you do for
a
income. So if you're a hustler, for example, and you have receipts to show us that you buy things from Mr. John corner shop and you sell back to Mrs. Jane corner shop. Once you can show us that you have a way of documenting your income and we can see that, as well as you have any other way, remittance slips, whatever it is, show us your proof of income, then your proof of address. So if you don't have a bill in your name, you can get a JP verification or whatever it is. And then of course a reference. Your reference can be either a JP, if it's not a JP, it can be a Courts Ready Cash customer, and you need 2 of those.
So it's like something. So people like myself now who we do a little freelance work and we get the little check out, we deposit it, we can come into.
So if you just a deposit means you have a bank account.
Yeah,
all
man.
you have to do is just show us a bank statement.
Okay.
A bank
So it's
statement
like
and
I'm
a
going to be at Courts Ready Cash tomorrow morning to get my burial loan.
And not only are you going to be there, you're going to take others with you, right?
Of
'Cause
course.
everybody has to achieve their goals and dreams. And we no longer have to wait until we save for 20 years to do that. We're literally saying, don't wait. You don't know, life is short, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you want to do
it now.
come in today.
Yeah,
Come
there
in
you
today.
go.
We're ready
there you
to
go.
talk.
So thank you again.
You're
Can I
welcome.
call you
Kerry?
Miss Johns? Or?
That's fine.
After I gotta remember that, you know. As I say, I'm from Spanish Town, so I'll remember that. So thank you so much for stopping by
No
and just
problem.
giving us some information about Courts Ready Cash. Really do appreciate it.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Yeah, man, no problem.
The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
Courts Ready Cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a Ready Cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts Ready Cash, ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply.